again. This is probably going to be one of my most important videos that I've done yet. We're going to discuss a couple of things, new things that have come up. I have received classified documents from my White House insider, and we also have some memos that I've referenced in the past, and I'm going to walk through everything that I've been deciphering and learning from these videos, from the documents that I've received. So, we'll get into this. The crux of it, I want to just introduce you right away. What is it all about? This is it. This is what the documents reveal. There are too many people waking up. There are too many Americans, more and more of them, that are suspicious of Israel. More and more Americans aware of Zionism. This has been around for decades and decades. You go back to the 50s, 60s, there's a lot of literature about Zionism, about Judaism. It's not unusual, but the difference is today, more and more people are waking up to it. It's been a real tipping point where you always had maybe about 0.5% of the population that was aware of Zionism, that did not like Jews and whatnot, but they were never part of the mainstream. They were always dismissed as conspiracy theorists. They had no influence. So they were not really a threat. But that has changed. And you know that has changed. Anyone paying attention knows that has changed. We have seen a big change in comment sections on YouTube, many people making references to Zionism. It has become a part of the nomenclature through the influence of 8chan, 4chan, many websites, and ultimately many YouTube channels that have been speaking the truth very aggressively for many years, but it has really gotten attention lately. It is somewhat of a cumulative effect, a snowball effect, where more and more people start to wake up to the truth and the facts, and it just expands. And people become more accepting of it. And they start to say, okay, it's okay for me to look at the information. I'm not an anti-Semite for looking at it. And it really starts to click for people. So this has been a big change in the recent past few years. What happened is that Israel, its agents, its propagandists, have been paying very close attention to this over the past few years. They know this is happening, and they are very concerned about it. We are talking about 0.5% of Americans who have some idea of Zionism, and they're against it, and they understand it. That number, according to these documents, is now about, I saw two numbers. They said 15%, and another one said 7%, but that is a very large number of Americans that have woken up to what's going on with Israel and Zionism and the Israeli lobby and the influence. They're unafraid to hate Israel. That number is very high, and it has them very concerned. This is much of what the classified documents talk about, but we'll get into that more. I wanted to set it up for you so you actually understand what this is really about. What I was given from the White House insider. The main part that you really need to know, though, is they have a plan for all of this. So I'm going to talk about that now. There is discussion within these documents years ago to ban the YouTube channels, to shut it down, all of that. But they changed course. They made a decision to do something completely different, and they decided instead of censoring everything, to fund and promote gatekeeper channels, shield channels, to simply gather and collect all the open-minded people who are looking at the issue. And they did shut down some of the legitimate channels, and that has actually happened. If you're following some of that, you are aware that there have been channels that have been shut down, almost completely eliminated. Some of those channels were not a part of the original gatekeeper channels. They have no connection. They are truth-telling channels. Some of those they've eliminated that they felt were a threat or that might be calling out the gatekeeper channels. So, I'm just looking through some of the documents here and seeing what I want to talk about next. One really interesting aspect of all this is that the gatekeeper channels and the shill channels, typically these would be disinfo channels. Disinfo channels, like Alex Jones, for example, has been a long time disinfo Zionist channel. Very, very active in deflecting people away from Zionism. Alex Jones talks about everything, but he never talks about Israel. So that is an active disinfo channel that's been around forever. What they created with these new gatekeeper channels is very truthful channels. They're very honest. They don't put out a lot of disinfo. They are actually legitimate. And that is done to give them credibility among these people who are awake, who are waking up. That was very specifically done, the documents to talk about that. Now I'm going to talk about what is the purpose of the whole operation, and the purpose of this is to put out truthful channels, to attract people to them. They call it tag, track, and ID. It is a term used throughout the documents, TTID. It's something you want to remember. This is very common throughout these documents. They're referred to all the time. So what does that tell you? They want to tag, they want to track you, and they want to identify who you are. If you are watching these channels, if you are informed, if you are awake on these issues, they want to tag you, they want to track you, and they want to know exactly who you are. They want to know, and it talks about the tracking people's IP addresses through YouTube. They have access to YouTube. They do know who you are. So this is discussed a lot in the documents. I'm just looking through it right now. And there are two projects, and it's very important to listen to this. Project Pogo is one of them, and Project Zypher. I will spell that one. ZYPHR. Project Pogo and Project Zypher are the two projects that the classified documents are referring to, and each has a different role. Project Pogo is about the YouTube gatekeepers, how they are all agents. They are all paid to put out truthful information so that they can tag, track, and ID the people that are watching the videos.
Amazon hates this, but there's nothing they can do to stop it. There's a new electric lighter out there, and it's got the firepower of a military-grade flamethrower. It's already been banned from Home Depot, Amazon, and Walmart for being too powerful. But the company behind it, they're not playing ball with the big retailers, and they've sold over 3 million units in just the past 30 days. That's right, they're cutting out the middleman and
giving them likes and giving them comments. They're tracking all of it. Project Zypher is a different project, and that's what I will talk about in a bit. That is the second stage here. That is coming up. And that is the extermination. They're going to exterminate these people, whether it is tag them for anti-Semitic speech, charge them with crimes, eliminate them completely, and this is where I'll talk about in the documents where they talk about guillotines, viral attacks, targeted, how they're going to eliminate these people without too much suspicion, without too many people noticing. But here's the problem. As I read the documents, I can see I have documents from 4 years ago, I have documents from 2 years ago, and then I have documents from 3 months ago. So there's a progression in the timeline as the projects change. And Project Zephyr has changed. In the beginning, they were talking a lot about, okay, we are going to infect these people with a virus that imitates the flu virus. They're going to eliminate them in various ways that would not be suspicious. In the documents I have now from 3 months ago, they are saying the amount of people they have to eliminate is too large. It is too many. We are talking about millions of Americans. And this is where we see their plans are changing. And they are going to initiate something that is devastating and that is extremely frightening. And based on what I can see in the documents, we're talking about power outages along with a purge. They're going to come in, they're going to take you out of your home, and they're going to put you into a military vehicle or whatever, a van, and drive you away and place you into a camp. It is a very, very big operation that they're planning. It is millions of Americans. They will do it under the cover of night, under the cover of blackness, during one of these planned blackouts. The blackouts are based on documents. I'm just looking at it right now. They have a 3-day blackout. They have a nationwide blackout that lasts 2 days, and a lot of localized blackouts. So it is a whole series of blackouts that they're going to do. And of course it will be blamed on all kinds of things. They might blame it on Iran. I have seen that mentioned in the documents. They've already prepped people for this. There are going to be more blackouts. They're already predictive programming. So we may see more of this as we go on. As far as I can tell from Project Zephyr, they are planning this next year and the year after. They are not done tagging, tracking, and identifying everyone. It looks like they're at about 78%. I looked in the documents, and there were a couple of indications of how far along they feel the project is. They're like 78% done, but they're not completely done. It does take time to identify a YouTube account and then track it to the email that it was created with, and then IP address, and then find out who created it. It does take them a lot of time to do that. It is not instant. It does take a lot of research, because a lot of people create a YouTube account with an email address that doesn't give any indication of who they are, an account name that doesn't have their full name on it. They don't use their real pictures. So it is a challenge for them. That's why the project has been going on for so long. But it is coming to a close. In the next 6 months to a year, it appears it is coming to a close, and that is when Project Zephyr will be initiated. So I have some notes here. I'm going to continue on, talk a little bit more about they're being tracked, they're being identified. That's the whole point. So a lot of people have said, well, why are some of these YouTube channels allowed to exist? Why are they allowed to so openly talk about the truth? And some of you might know Adam Green, No More News, and there are a whole bunch of others, and they're very, very open about Zionism, and they're very honest about it. And they're telling the truth. I mean, they are telling the truth. They're not hiding anything. They're not disinfo. They're not putting disinfo out there. But as far as I know, they're all a part of this operation. I can't say specifically if Adam Green is a part of it or not, but I would assume possibly he is. He has probably been guaranteed a lot of money. He's probably been promised a lot of things. He could be a Freemason. He could be a part of their operation. He could be an agent. I don't know. I have no idea. It is total speculation on my part. I have no idea. All I know is this is part of the operation, what they want to do. His channel would fit into the MO. It is an example I'm giving. He is there to tag, track, and ID. Not him specifically, but the people behind the operation, who are doing all the research, and all the people who are commenting and viewing and liking. They want to know who they are, they want to know where they live, and they are going to eliminate them at a date in the future. Completely eliminate them. This is going way beyond the idea of passing laws to ban speech, which they're already doing. They've done it in America already, but not very aggressively, and we will see more legislation of that nature. But they want to completely eliminate these people because they do stand in the way of the agenda. There are too many people that are waking up. It is way too many for them to handle. They're starting to have an influence, and they're starting to change the conversation online. It is of grave concern to Israel. Something that the memos that I received, we'll talk a little bit about the memos. The memos are different from the classified documents. The memos are White House internal memos that discuss a wide range of things in terms of Trump's meeting with rabbis, discussions with Netanyahu over the phone. And one of the memos says that Donald Trump will have to declare himself king of Israel publicly. This is part of the process for them. There's no strategic reason for it. It is symbolic for them. Trump is going to declare himself king of Israel at some point. I don't know how, but they're talking about it in these memos over and over again. When he's going to do it, why they want him to do it, which again is symbolic. It has no strategic purpose, apparently. It is part of the process of the end game, basically, is what I'm saying. So we will see if that happens or not. It sounds ridiculous. I can't imagine him actually saying it. But maybe he will do something like that. We will look out for that in the coming months. Based on my reading of the classified documents and the memos, so much of what is going on is planned. They've given people the impression that Trump has brought chaos to politics, but it's actually the opposite. It has been planned. Donald Trump's allegiance is to Israel. He's not only a Jew, he is a Freemason. They have promised him his daughter, the sons, will enjoy a very high-level ranking within the world government that they are forming, the capital which will be Jerusalem. So that is why Trump is so dedicated to following the script, performing the way that he does. It appears to be very authentic to his followers. Everything he's done, talking about the wall to the fake news, was scripted from the beginning around 2014 and 2015.
If you're struggling with gum disease, tooth decay, or any other dental issues, you must see this. Did you know there is a
And according to some of the memos I'm reading, he loved it. They introduced all of this to him and he loved it. They told him the plan. You're going to become president. You're going to say this and this and this. He loved it. He's already a little bit of a racist. He's already predisposed to some of this rhetoric. So he loved it. He jumped on board. And they promised him great things, especially for his family, if he were to follow through on these things and simply follow their script. And he does have leeway. He has leeway to say many things that he wants to say. He has a lot of fun doing this. But he does have script writers, and there's one of the script writers, I forget his name, he's bald guy, I want to remember his name, it's important to say it. Well, he is a big part of this. He writes a lot of Trump's tweets, he crafts a lot of it. I cannot remember. I'm going to have to look him up right now. Trump's speech writer, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller has a big role in all of this. He is a dedicated Zionist. He has a lot to do with a lot of this. If you want to go down the rabbit hole, if you want to find out who's really behind it, Stephen Miller is a big part of it. So that is the whole of it. I want to get this video out. I want people to hear it. I want people to know what's going on. I've had some strange things going on in my house. I've noticed some black SUVs. I mentioned it before. They're still there. I still see them every once in a while. The other day I went out to try to approach one, to confront them, like, what are you doing here? I know you're here. And they drove off. It's like, right when I open the door, and I look outside, I see them drive off. So, I don't know, maybe it's just coincidence that they were leaving and they saw, I don't know, but it seemed like they were very, very prepared to get out of there. So the next time I see them, I'm going to confront them quickly and make sure that they don't have time to get out of there before I have a chance to get down there, and at least they see me coming for them. I will try again. But I have seen them mostly at night. I open the window, I look out the window, and that is when I see them mostly. So I want to confront them. I'm tired of the harassment. I know they're watching me. I assume I'm bugged. I assume there's some way to hear what I'm saying, but I don't care anymore. I have been given the documents. I have been tasked with this duty to get the information out. I'm going to do it in any way that I can. I have given my friends copies of all of these. I have stored them in different places. I have a dead man switch in case something were to happen to me. So I've done my best to prepare because I feel like this is getting very serious. I mean, the documents they show me are terrifying. The plan that they have in place. I would expect they have this plan of gatekeeping and tracking people, but they're going to take it to a new level with Project Zephyr. They're going to take it to a new level. They're going to exterminate these people. One by one, through the blackouts. I mean, it says in the classified documents they plan to pick them up. They're just going to physically pick them up. They're also going to use all kinds of other means to eliminate them. Not just the high-value targets are going to be picked up. The lower-value targets will be given viruses, targeted viruses, that activate either right away or over time. They don't want it to be too obvious that all of a sudden a whole bunch of Americans get sick. Of course, there will be official stories in the news media. Okay, there's a flu outbreak, which indicates to me this will probably happen in winter. Not this winter, but possibly the winter of 2020, 2021. From what I'm reading from the documents, that is the timeline. It is not specific, but that is where I feel it's going to be, because they want to do a flu outbreak, and it will make sense in winter, and people won't question it. They have to eliminate a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people, high value of targets. It's going to be so many people that disappear that people will ask questions, so they have their cover stories, and they're getting them ready, and they got them in place. If this were a few 100,000 people, they could do it, but it is millions and millions of Americans that they want to eliminate. I think it's 15 million. Based on what I'm reading in these documents and some of the numbers they've used, which has not been totally specific about it, but it looks like 15 million. But it could even be more. They want to eliminate them completely. Because it's becoming a problem, and it has been a problem for a few years, and this is their solution to it. In addition to that, they want the world government, they want all of these plans to move forward. They cannot have opposition, because the things that are going to happen are going to be very, very radical. You're going to see the dissolution of the United States of America. You're going to see world leaders and the media endorsing something that is so crazy, and that is the dissolution of the United States of America and the endorsement of a world government seated in Israel. A lot of Americans aren't going to accept that, but they have to eliminate the people who are going to call out what's really going on. From my reading of the documents, how they're going to roll all of this out and justify the dissolution of the United States and many other countries as well. It appears their plan is to do all countries at once. It's going to be under the cover of financial collapse. Well, we have to do the world government. We're all going to die because the financial system is broken down. That is something that is talked about in the classified documents. That ultimately will be the cover story after they do the purge and eliminate the dissidents, the people who are woken up to Zionism. There will be a total financial meltdown, and they will say, look, we have to do the world government. We have to come together. We have to create this new currency. We have no choice. The chaos is too serious. It'll be probably 6 months of complete financial chaos. Food shortages, rise in crime. Many people die. Millions and millions of people will also die from this. And then they will justify it and say, look, we have to do the world government. So, that is what's going on. I'm about done. I'm going to do another video. I have more things coming up. I have a lot more planned because there's more in the documents that I need to discuss. I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you for listening, and I'll do more soon.
Soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again. Did you know there is a natural way to...
Let's get some more proof on that. Alrighty. Let's see. Boom. Boom. I got some images of Trump meeting with these individuals. What did he say? They were meeting with the imposters. Let's see if I can find those pictures for you. So this way you can see that Trump is a fucking puppet. He just does what he's told. They give him enough money, he'll sell his mama down the line. Right? He has no self-respect, integrity, or dignity, does he? He just pretends he's got it. It's all good. Most High gonna take care of his ass too. You know. We're just hoping he brings in the radio frequency identification chip and make it mandatory. You know, that way the Most High can just kill his ass, and then the rest of these Edomites trying to go to Mars. Ain't that a bitch? You can't even get past the low Earth orbit, and you can't get past Van Allen's belt, which is an asteroid field surrounded with electromagnetic energy. You know, or, you know, something to that effect. Yeah, but yeah, you goddamn Edomites ain't going nowhere. You motherfuckers ain't going nowhere, man. The Most High is keeping your ass stuck here on Earth to face your punishment for shedding the blood of his friends and his family, who are Israelites. Okay? Shit, I'd want your ass to pay too. Honestly, sure would. So, yeah, you ain't finna get out of this punishment that you got coming. Ain't gonna happen. Okay? This is a picture of what Mr. Goldberg was talking about concerning Donald Trump being a goddamn sellout. All right? What does this say? Hold on. What is that? Is it a different language? What is it? Lieber Richter Reby Mechanam Mandel Schneerson of righteous memory, whatever the fuck ever. The seventh leader in the Chabad Lubavitch dynasty, and also he's a Bolshevik Edomite. So he's from the directly bloodline as a descendant of Russia. He's a Russian. Ain't that a bitch? A Russian Jew. Get that. Dynasty, and considered the most influential rabbi in modern history. Passed away in the early morning hours of the 3rd of Tammuz. Tammuz. Now, we all know Tammuz is the son of Semiramis, which is the wife of King Nimrod, that after the death of King Nimrod, told the entire world, as she was having sex with somebody else, that she got pregnant by King Nimrod, which brought about the false the false belief system of immaculate conception, where the sun rays of the sun made the bitch pregnant. Get the fuck out of here, man. Okay? But these bastards, on the 3rd of Tammuz, right? 5054, which is 1994. See? So they actually keep up with the actual biblical years in the biblical timeline. Now, as far as that's concerned, now you got 1994 to 2024. Okay? How many years was that? 1994, what, 36, 40 years? Something like that. You know, but it's all good, whatever. His living legacy continues to inspire people around the world today. Right. And this is Donald Trump. Okay, and this is the fucking plan. Greater Israel. They want to exterminate all those people over there. That's the reason why you saw in the notes that Mr. Goldberg had. In the notes you had, he was talking to B.B. Kowalski, or Mal Kowalski, whatever his goddamn last name is, a.k.a. Benjamin Nothing Not a Jew. He's not a Jew, okay? The only way you can be a Jew is you have to be from the tribe of Judah, and Judah consists of Negroes from the tribe of Benjamin, from the tribe of Levi. Levi are the Haitians, okay? Benjamin are the West Indians from West, from, the country where Bob Marley's from, over in that area, right? And then you have the Negroes here in America that have been scattered, That's the only way. And all of these people I mentioned are skin are darker than a copper penny or copper penny colored. Burnished copper. So who the fuck are these you have imposters, okay? Alrighty. And this is the plan. They haven't even built this shit yet, man. This is the plan. This is what they want. Okay? Fucking devils. These are the true children of Israel. Okay? It's of great concern to Israel. People are waking up to the fact that Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, like you see on the page in front of you, are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. They're the Israelites of the Holy Bible, and they're pissed off about it. That's all it is, man. They want to shut people up because, yeah, we're changing the conversation online because the conversation needs to be changed. This shit needs to be addressed. You know, you're over there unaliving men, women, and children. You did the same goddamn thing. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. You done pissed me off. Goddamn godless devils. You can't do nothing else. Alrighty. Let's go get it. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. Remember what Amalek, and Amalek are the individuals I just showed you, right? These individuals are Amalek. Okay? These are Amalek. Okay? Real shit. Let's go. Boom. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye come up forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee. And those individuals that were feeble behind us were the women, the pregnant women, the old men, and the children. NLT, Deuteronomy 25, verse 17, NLT. Never forget what the Amalekites did to you as you came from Egypt. They attacked you when you were exhausted and weary, and they struck down those who were straggling behind. They had no fear of God. Therefore, when the Lord your God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has given you rest from all your enemies in the land he is giving you as a special possession, you must destroy the Amalekites and erase their memory from under heaven. Never forget this. Okay? These motherfuckers have been alive too long, clearly. They've been alive too long, man. Okay? Real shit. These individuals right here have been around way too long. Look what they're doing to innocent people. Look what their children. Okay, this is Donald Trump. They're doing the same goddamn thing. You know, they're telling him what the plan is. He's a puppet. He's a robot. That's all he is, man. He's a puppet and a fucking robot. He does what he's told. Okay, the true children of Israel. This is their plan. Greater Israel. They want to expand all that land all up into the as far as the eye can see, all the way to Lebanon and Iran and Iraq, and make it greater Israel. That's what they want to do. Right? These, right, are the children of Israel. Okay? Hold on. How black folks became Christians, they were whipped. Okay? How Mexicans became Catholic, they were conquered, raped, murdered, and pillaged. See, you got the Spaniards, they got us, and they sold the Hamites down here in the forefront, and with the hammer in his hand. Okay, they sold us, the Israelites, into slavery to the Grecians, these Spaniards up here that have us in loincloth, right? See, real shit, man. Okay, now you know what the northern kingdom of Israel would look like. Okay, that's them. Latinos and Native Americans. Okay. Yahweh Shai. Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Naphtali, Asher. Okay. Real talk, man. Them is the Lord's people, man. Okay. We're all God's people. The genocide of one race and the enslavement of another, and the theft of another's lands. Come on now. Make America great again. Ain't that a bitch? That's what it's based on. Make America great again. Ain't that a bitch? Okay. So, that's basically what's going on there, man. Told you. Bullshitting. Okay. Deuteronomy 25:18. How he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not God. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. Okay, let's go get more proof of that. Obadiah chapter 1, verse, okay, right? Why? Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. NLT, because of the violence you did to your close relatives in Israel, you will be filled with shame and destroyed forever. When they were invaded, you stood aloof, refusing to help them. Foreign invaders carried off their wealth and cast lots to divide up Jerusalem, but you acted like one of Israel's enemies. You should not have gloated when they exiled your relatives to distant lands. Okay? Salakia. Okay, where was we at? Obadiah 1:12. You should not have gloated. Okay, you should not have gloated. What was that? Right. When they exiled your relatives to distant lands, you should not have rejoiced when the people of Judah suffered under misfortune. You should not have spoken arrogantly in that terrible time of trouble. And that's what these goddamn devils are going to do again. Donald Trump's going to speak arrogantly. See, I told you these people were blah, 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 blah. You know, during the time of Jacob's trouble, which is about at our doorstep all over again. You should not have plundered the land of Israel when they were suffering such calamity. You should not have gloated over their destruction when they were suffering such calamity. You should not have seized their wealth when they were suffering such calamity. Okay? You should not have stood at the crossroads killing those who tried to escape. Right? You should not have captured the survivors and handed them over in their terrible time of trouble. Right? They sold us to the Grecians, like it says in Joel. Oh, Salakia. Joel chapter 3, verse 6. If I can get it. Hold on. I'm just putting it all together, man. It's called precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay? Here it is, Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem ye have sold unto the Grecians. The Grecians in this biblical context would be the Edomites. Were not Greece ran by Alexander the Great, the Edomite? Right? Okay. And the four generals, Lysimus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucid. And out of the Seleucid Empire came Antiochus Epiphanes, that made it illegal to be a Jew by draconian law. And if you were at all professed to be a Jew, or to call yourself a Jew, or to worship as a Jew, which is to fear God, keep his commandments, and keep his precepts by abstinence from the world, abstinence from, abstinence from eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, the unclean foods, sacrificing unto idols, all these other things. You stay away from these things like you're supposed to do as an Israelite. If you did these things, Antiochus Epiphanes, by law, said that you were to be put to death. Imagine living under that type of stress and tyranny for anywhere between 160 to 250 fucking years, from generation to generation to generation, from father to son, from father to son, from father to son. That's how Timothy, that the scribes and Pharisees were upset at Paul and Peter for bringing Timothy, who was supposedly a Grecian, but he was actually an Israelite. Okay, but he had learned the way of the Grecians, their clothing, the tattoos, cutting the beard. Okay, going uncircumcised. Okay, he was raised as a Grecian, right? And most of the people in Greece went both ways, you know. Okay, right? Most of the men, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's happening. That's what happened. Okay. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. right? Behold, I will raise them up out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Okay, let's go get Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. You know I was going. I know you did. Okay, let's get it. Okay, boom. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Judah, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Where were we oppressed together at? In America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay, see how we were oppressed together in the same land. Okay, oppressed. They're killing us, shooting us. No problem, right? Like I said, the genocide of one race, the enslavement of another, and the theft of another's lands. That's all three of us right there. See? Okay? Real shit, man. Negroes to be sold on slaves. Come on, man. These motherfuckers got a lot to pay for, okay? Real talk. But this is what they want to do. David's Palace, Sinom Valley, Western Wall, all this other bullshit. They want to expand that in this wickedness, man. Claiming to be us, these Bolshevik Edomites. Okay, that's what they. I mean, I'm telling you. Okay, let me read something to you right quick, if I can get it. Let me see. See if I can read it. If I can try to see if I can find some information for you. Oh, here it is. Genesis. Salakia. Genesis. Chapter 36, verses 8 and 9. Thus dwelt Esau at Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Esau is the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. Okay? The best historical evidence, therefore, shows that the Jews are not descended directly from the Israelites of the Bible, but derive much of their ancestry from the Khazars. And you see what Khazars look like now. See that? That's a Khazar right there with the little black hat. Okay? That's a Khazar right there with the little black hat. See them all in the background? Okay? Yeah. These are Khazars. Okay? Ain't that Jeff Bezos? What the fuck? Come on now. Alrighty. From the Khazars and other people of Turkish Asiatic blood. The Khazars are also of Edomite stock, and both stocks make up of the present-day JEWs, as the historian H.G. Wells states. The Idumeans, aka the Edomites, were made the JEWs, and a Turkish people, the Khazars, were mainly the JEWs in South Russia. South Russia, okay? South Russia, okay? South Russia, that's where this Bolshevik, right? This Bolshevik in the year of Tammuz, right? Now, we all know, like I said before, about Semiramis. I just explained that to you, right? Okay. These people are mainly from South Russia. So they're Russians. God damn it. Okay. The main part of Jewry never was in Judea and never had come out of Judea. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, the original stock of the Khazars came from the land of Edom. Okay, these are Edomites. Okay, these are Edomites. Okay, see all these Bolshevik Khazars and Edomites? You see them now, right? This guy's got a talk show right here in the corner. See him? He's got a talk show. He's got a talk show. Talking shit on the government. You know, this motherfucker is a perfect example of controlled opposition. Okay? He's part of the Project Pogo and Project Zypher, you know, to try to get as many people to comment and like his videos so this way they can come and kill their asses. These motherfuckers, man, they gotta, you know, hey, look, man, the Most High is coming to exterminate these devils. Look, come on, man. Come on, man. This is what they are. This is who they are. Okay, let's go get it. John chapter 10, is it? Verse 10, let's get it. 1, 2, 4. The thief's purpose, NLT, is to steal and kill and destroy, or unalive and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life, right? Okay? This is not in reference to the Israelites. The thief are the Edomites that want to do what? Hold on. The thief cometh not before to steal and to what? Hold on now. And to destroy. Right? This is the star of Remphan, the false god. Okay? This is the star of Remphan. This is not the star of David. King David was staunch about keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. Let me give you an example of how staunchly King David kept the law. Now, he couldn't keep it perfectly, but he did a hell of a lot better than most of us. Okay? Exodus 20:1. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. This is a graven image. Okay? This is a graven image. The star of Remphan. Okay? The false god of these Khazars. Right? Thou shalt make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Okay? These devils, okay, right, are not the chosen people of the Lord. They're not. Okay? They're not. Alrighty. Just wanted to put it out there for you. They're not God's chosen people. They're not. Man. They're not. Okay? You know, does this look like a picture of one of the chosen people of the Most High? Or he looks like a conniving snake? What do you think? Okay? Alrighty. This is what they want. Okay? This is what they're going to do. The great whore is by these devils telling them what to do. Okay? All the BRICS nations and all of these other things. The individuals like this individual that you see on your screen in front of you, this Khazar, Amalekite Khazar, okay, from South Russia, from the land of Edom, from out of Mount Seir. Okay? This is where these people come from. Okay? Shit, we tell you the truth to your face, you act like you can't goddamn handle it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Project Zephyr, Project Zypho, or whatever it was called. Pogo, right? Okay. This is where they're going to put the people. In camps, right? Remember Mr. Goldberg said in camps, right? Okay, hold on. These are the 10 places where they're going to put you. Regional contacts, right? This is where they're going to put you at, in these camps. Okay, they got a camp for every region. Okay? Real shit. This is it, man. Okay? Let's read this. Then I'm going to close out. Rex 84 is short for the Readiness Exercise Program of 1984, a classified scenario and drill developed by the United States federal government. Why? To suspend the United States Constitution, declare martial law, place military commanders in charge of state and local governments, and detain large numbers of American citizens who are deemed to be national security threats in the event that the president declares a state of national emergency. Now, Mr. Goldberg already said that they're going to bring a black swan event, or they're going to create an event that's going to unalive a lot of people, that's going to allow them to declare martial law. Once martial law is declared, they can detain large numbers of American citizens, doesn't matter if you're black or white, under cover of darkness, under cover of night. They're going to put an electrical grid blackout on America for 2 to 3 days. Okay, perhaps even a week, as long as it takes to get all of the individuals in these Federal Emergency Management Agency camps that I just showed you a map of all over the goddamn United States in different regions. Okay, all over the place. Okay, in order for them to push their New World Order. New World Order. In the event of the president declares a state of national emergency. That's the first goddamn thing Donald Trump did when he got in there, right? Is declared state of a national emergency. Now you got ICE, immigration, customs, and nationalization or whatever service, right? The plan states it allows the military to direct ordered movements of civilian populations at state and regional levels to any place they need to be placed. I just showed you a map of regions, and I just showed you a map of the actual camps themselves. Alrighty? Oh, whatever. I don't know what the hell that was about. Okay. This is the agenda. Okay? This is the agenda. I'm going to keep beating this in your fucking brain until you get it. Okay? This is the agenda. New World Order, United Nations Agenda 2030 Mission Goals. One world government, end of nations, end of national sovereignty. Donald Trump is talking about America's going to make America great again. How the fuck is he going to do that if they're trying to plan on making America a vassal state to the New World Government without any sovereignty? It's just another state. Why do you think Donald Trump is purchasing Greenland and Canada? What the fuck? Is that part of the North American Union? The Northern Union, or the whatever it's called? Right? One world government, end of nations, one world army, one world police force, right? Because under national emergency and martial law, they can allow Operation Garden Plot and Operation Cable Splicer, which allows the military to take over state and local authorities and replace them. Okay? That includes the fire department, the people at the hospital, all of that shit. Everybody's replaced with military personnel. Right? One world police force, end of the family unit. They don't want you to be a family because families stick together. Once families stick together, they pray to one God, the Most High hears them. They don't want to hear that. Okay? Because they're godless. One world cashless currency, end of all private property, world depopulation and fertility control, end of home and car ownership, mandatory multiple, you guessed it, yearly, universal austerity income, social media digital ID, micro CHIP for health, shopping, and travel, implementation of Chinese social credit system, government-raised children, all businesses ran by the state, end of non-essential air travel, humans concentrated into 15-minute zones, 15-minute cities, right? Smart cities, okay? Humans concentrated into 15-minute zones, end of private farms and vegetable gardens. So they're going to make it illegal for you to plant a garden in your backyard, okay? Because they want you to be in a 15-minute city. Why would they make it illegal for you to plant gardens? You know, you got to eat something, but they don't want you to eat real food. See? Genetically modified organic. End of animal ownership. Uh-oh. Well, you got to kill your dog or your favorite cat. Oh, no. Ban on all natural medicine. Why? Because pharma is witchcraft. Pharmaceuticals is witchcraft. Right? AI courts and end of individual rights. You don't have any civil rights. Donald Trump signed an executive order putting an end to civil rights. If the police decide to shoot your goddamn brains out in the middle of the street, you just shot in the fucking street. Okay? Limited access to wild spaces. So you can't go hunting. Sorry, Edomite. You can't go hunting. You can't go pheasant hunting. You can't go deer hunting. You can't go hunting just to goddamn shed blood. You can't even do that anymore. Under President King Trump, King of Israel. That a bitch. End of fossil fuels and modern conveniences. Can't have a microwave. Can't have a TV. Oh shit, what are you going to do? Oh no, well there's no internet, so you can't have internet. You can't get on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger. You can't get on Rumble. You can't get on Odyssey. You can't. Okay? Unless you have a social media digital ID where they can keep track of your every movement, your every word that comes out of your mouth. These godless sons of God, bloodthirsty animals. This is the new world order punk shit that they want to implement. This is what they want, man. They ain't gonna stop till they get it now. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find that again. I'm like, but yeah, man. That's basically what's up. And it's all okay. What is this? Right? This is the time that America has been at war since 1776 in the red. War years. Look. War years, man. Come on, man. Peacetime years. Ain't that a bitch? Come on, man. The entire time that America has been in power, they have been at war with every goddamn body on the planet, man. These motherfuckers got to be stopped, okay? Real talk, man. Because, I mean, come on, man. Don't you want these bastards to go down? Don't you want them to fall down from power? Okay, look. Club of Rome, regionalized adaptive model for the global world system. Okay, look at America. It's green, the North American Union. Right, that's the reason why Donald Trump wants to buy Greenland. You see Greenland? See Greenland up here in the corner? See, you got Greenland, you got Alaska, you got Canada, and you got America. That's the North American Union. The European Union, EU, okay? Now, everything is all, everybody's got their unions now. The Japan European Union, okay? You got Japan over there, see? The Pacific Union, Asia Cooperation Dialogue, South American Union, Arab Customs Union, African Union. What the actual fuck, really? Okay, there it is, man, on the fucking map. Okay, Southeast Asian nations. That's a union, right? That's on 9. Where's 9 at? See that? That's 9. You got 4, Pacific Union. Come on now. Shanghai Corporation Organization. 10. Look at that. There go China. 5 is Russia. Asia Corporation Dialogue, right? Come on, man. This is New World Order. This is what they want. This is the Club of Rome. These are all of the different nations that are in on the Club of Rome, man. Come on now. South American Union? Man, come on, man. They got Mexico and Central America going on with that shit. See? Everybody's in on it. This is the Club of Rome. These are the individuals. Okay, this is the individuals of this is what they're trying to implement. Okay? Just wanted to let you know. So this is what the reason why Mr. Goldberg was put to sleep. Because he was trying to get the word out of what these motherfuckers plan to do to us. Okay? Now I got whatever. I'm going to keep this recorded. You keep this I'm going to try to keep this information. It's going to be, I probably won't be able to, but you know how Esau Edom is. Anyway, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Raha, Rakah, Kodash, right? Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS for teaching me this truth, and the righteous men that have entered into their labors. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hopefully, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach won't forget about us. And like he said, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. What days? The days of Jacob's trouble, the day of the Lord, right? And his consumption of 2/3 of his own people that have been scattered into all those nations I just showed you for doing wickedness and evil in the sight of the Lord without repentance, right? So, but yeah, that's it, man. Classified documents and White House memos reveals unaliving plans for millions of Americans through Project Pogo and Project Zypher. That's the reason why they want you to put likes in there. They want you to see who you're adhering to or who you're listening to online. So this way they can put you on a red list or a blue list. That's all it's about. Shalom.